Hello, I'm Milosz Rewiński and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. Now, overnight, occupied Crimea came under missile and drone attack. The Russian-installed governor of Sevastopol said the debris from the projectiles fell on the city. Explosions were reported in Saki, where there is an airbase, and in Yevpatoria, according to local news sources. The Kursk Oblast inside Russia also came under air attack, said the city's governor. On the front line, Russian forces regained limited positions within central Vovchansk. Heavy clashes continued north of Kharkiv, near Khlybokia and Tikhke. Meanwhile, Russian forces in the Siviersk direction are reportedly struggling with the prevalence of Ukrainian drones on this section of the front. A Russian mill blogger claimed that the situation in the Siviersk direction is, and I quote, catastrophic, and that Moscow's forces are facing huge losses due to Ukrainian drone use. Meanwhile, Russian forces continue to make slow, steady advances in the Pokrovsk direction, largely enabled by Ukrainian manpower shortages and the terrain in the area. Russian forces will likely slow their advance as they move into a line of larger and more numerous urban settlements. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky identified the Pokrovsk direction as the Russian military's current priority, noting that Russian forces are currently able to advance in certain areas of the front because Ukraine is still struggling with manpower and challenges in properly staffing and equipping new brigades. Now, moving on to the Middle East, where Hezbollah has launched a massive rocket barrage on the northern regions of Israel. According to reports, the rocket storm from Lebanon hit several areas in Israel. Iran-backed group Hezbollah said that it targeted homes of Israeli soldiers. The Russians attempted a motorcycle raid on Synkivka, a town in the vicinity of Kupiansk. However, the drone operators of the 30th Brigade turned this into a real showdown. Demonstrating their prowess and control over the area, the Ukrainian forces managed to repel the assault with precision and overwhelming firepower. So, motorcycles, troops on motorcycles, no protection whatsoever. This, I guess, is what Russia calls its powerful war economy. A huge quantity of armored vehicles just waiting to be used, but they choose motorcycles. Of course not, they just don't have the gear to make it work. Now, let's take a glance at another piece of footage, this one from the Kharkiv region, which captures the harsh realities faced by the soldiers of the 3rd Assault Brigade as they navigate through a forest littered with the bodies of fallen Russian soldiers. Advancing on enemy positions, one of Ukrainian troops unfortunately triggered a PFM-1 anti-personnel mine, a real nasty bit of kit, also known as the butterfly mine, which can be scattered over large areas, is tiny in size and looks a bit like a toy, meaning many children have been injured over the course of the war when these were dropped on civilian areas. In any case, this particular incident highlights the critical role of quality gear and footwear in safeguarding soldiers' lives. The quick reaction and evacuation from this dangerous zone right at the enemy's doorstep demonstrate the skill and bravery of the 2nd Company of the 1st Assault Battalion.
Добрий день, шановне панство. Ми починаємо зборку. Я юний зоотехнік.
Хуєта їде. Неудобно, запотіває.
Розпаковка. Сьогодні буде весело.
Туди йдемо. Ну йдемо вперед, уже проходить до підерів.
Я зрозумів, дивіться акуратно.
Давай.
«300!
Не 300!
Турнікет накладай собі.
Нога, быстрее! Турникет, откуда же турникет? Наступи на небо!
Плюс. Маш. Треба марш евакувати. Так, що в тебе, я дивлюсь.
Все, там нічого більше немає, все хорошо, тільки нога. Походили пістол. І то
Да, там. Не дивись. Там не так критично. А берці дуже хороші, походу.
Пальці є?
Є.
Серйозно? Я не хочу тут дивитися. Ти скажи мені чесно, є всі пальці?
Ну там парочка пізда, но більшинство є.
Піднімай.
Рюкзак, сняв його.
На мене руку,
Так
на.
зніміть рюкзак
Так,
повністю.
сняв тебе його, блядь.
Стой.
Я так і не замітив.
Об мене руку.
Вот туди йдемо.
Ян, дивись, ти другою рукою хватаєш його під пояс і обережно
Під пояс?
йдемо. Так, отак. Тут. Ладно. Тихо.
Я с тобой больше теряю, может надо быстрее ускоряться. Ты тут букет кинул? Давай.
Їх можна по землі так нести, так, як санки.
Нога, туди.
Блять, Ян. Але взагалі йому дуже повезло, бо в нього дуже хороші берці. Тому, блять.
Я своїх оцих.
Так, ну можливо, ні, це пізда була б тобі. Ну, просто б нахуй дарувала ступню. Тому, блять, не економимо гроші на берцах. Нормальне взуття собі покупаємо, це перше. Друге, турнікет спочатку стягу максимально високо, бо я бачу, що в нього поранення тут, а ми турнікет тут надіти одразу. Але я не бачу, тут немає осколків, я не знаю, як вони не залетіли. Так, треба оглядати. Ми в червоній зоні, по суті, де вона може відкрити огонь. Нам давати допомогу не можна. Всі мене зрозуміли?
And honestly, these butterfly mines, they are a literal nightmare fuel. One could call them a war criminal favorite weapon, really, especially when used against civilians. They are difficult to detect and they can be deadly, or at least result in serious injuries. It is little wonder that many analysts say it will take years to complete the demining of the Ukrainian territory, which is of course the direct result of Russia using this sort of tactics against the Ukrainians on a daily basis. And with this, we conclude this episode of Military Mind. Please stay with us here on TVP World for more latest news and updates.